shark's amazing. She is almost 8 feet long now. So there she is. When she becomes a grown-up, she'll be both windows combined at 20 feet across. She's one of the 3 top predators in the world today. The other 2 is the great white and the bull shark. Tiger sharks are known to eat stuff that's not good for them though. They're known to eat hubcaps, license plates, parts of tires, chicken coops with feathers attached, anchors, bottles of mustard, and chain mail. So how a tiger shark gets rid of all the garbage as well as it's supposed to eat albatross birds, small seals, and turtles is tiger sharks are known to take their whole stomach outside their body so the stomach is hanging out of their mouth like a balloon. They shake it all about, everything falls down to the bottom, and they suck their stomach back inside. So you can think about that on Thanksgiving. As much pie and mashed potatoes you want. But it's been, I have 3 brothers. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, but tiger sharks are amazing. They can do that. All other sharks, if they actually regurgitate their stomach, their teeth would actually get in the way, and the teeth are standing straight up and down, so the stomach would get caught on their teeth and they would suffocate. Tiger sharks' teeth are actually curved to one side or the other, so they actually have a better chance to survive because they can actually regurgitate it. And it's actually inverted. The whole stomach is inverted, which is amazing in itself. Here's a white tip that we were mentioning earlier. Oh, that's the one that was laying down. Oh. So that's a white tip reef shark. We have black tip reef shark, which you got to see in our first building. We have gray reef sharks. There's a gray reef. See how the back of its tail looks like it's been smudged in charcoal? So that's a gray reef. Here's another gray reef. This is a sandbar. See the difference? It's very stocky, milled. It has the huge high dorsal fin. Dorsal fin is the top fin of the shark, so it has the tallest of the dorsal fins. Here's another sandbar. And it has a beautiful sandy coloration. Now the sandbar is the one that you can see very well on the front of its face. It looks like it has little freckles or pores in the front of its face. And those freckles are actually a metal detector. So if you've ever walked the beach and you saw people walking the beach and hoping that they're going to find $1 million in the sand, that is a built-in metal detector that's a machine. These animals actually have in their bodies a built-in metal detector. So they can actually sweep the ground looking for their prey that are in the ground and they can find it in seconds. How they have discovered that is scientists have actually put almost a dead battery buried in the sand, and hammerheads found that dead battery in seconds because it still had a little weak pulse, and so it can actually find magnetic pulses miles away, which is amazing in itself. Here's a scalloped hammerhead right there. Now the Galapagos Islands, they actually tracked some hammerheads. There was actually 500 in this huge group of sharks that's called a shiver, group of sharks that's called a shiver. And so there was over 500 of them. They tracked 10 of them. What's interesting is one of those hammerheads went to a neighboring island. A couple days later, it came back and it didn't veer off 1 degree, 1 centimeter off of the line that it landed when it first came back, because it can sense magnetic pulses in the rocks as well. So it's an amazing thing that these animals have a built-in GPS. They never get lost. They'll never go anywhere. And sharks, rays, turtles, whales, they're on the largest freeway in the world today. All of us, we're used to freeways. Unfortunately, we know what a freeway looks like. We get frustrated with the traffic and everything else. So these sharks, these rays, these fish, these turtles, they actually have that built-in metal detector. And so they can actually swim from one place to another without getting lost. So it's an amazing thing. They have a built-in metal. Does anybody have any questions? Well, it doesn't shoot it out. It actually has barbs halfway down on top of its tail. Those barbs are like a porcupine. A porcupine doesn't shoot into the quills. You actually have to brush into the porcupine. So on the barb itself, it has little tiny serrated teeth. And so those teeth would actually go into your body and then would pull the barb out of its body. So it would break off and you would have the barb left in your body. But only 17 people in recorded history, since people have been writing down history, have been killed by a stingray. They say you're more likely to be struck by lightning than by killed by a stingray. So lightning strikes are on the list of accidents. Steve Irwin, if you're thinking of a crocodile hunter, if you've ever seen his show, he's a great advocate for animals, but he was a man that liked to push the envelope, unfortunately. So he was swimming 1 foot above a stingray. Here is the stingray, here is he, and and he's only on 1 foot above the stingray. Now stingrays are hunted from on top by hammerhead sharks. So that stingray felt threatened, stressed, uncomfortable. It's like me leaning over a cat or a dog. I'm going to actually now make that dog or that cat feel uncomfortable because I'm invading its space. So that ray moved its tail up with a warning saying, hey buddy, you need to move. And unfortunately it was right where the chest was and the heart, and it went right into there and it broke off. He swam back to the boat, but while he was doing it, he actually pulled the barb out. That's like pulling a knife out of your chest. You want to leave the knife in because that actually stops the wound. And then he bled to death. Now a month after he